versus San Gabriel Valley League All-Stars. We'll come back with the first pitch after this. Trey, along with Joe Dort of Artesia High School. And the Suburban League All-Stars are up first, and we have Ken Carlson at the plate, number 44. On the mound for the San Gabriel Valley League is Angel Castellanos. As we're just underway here at Cerritos College. Ken Carlson. Again at the plate. Looks at a strike. Carlson batted .372 for the Suburban League champion Mayfair Monsoons. There's a bouncer up the middle and just gets through the hole for a base hit. Coach Dort, I'm sure you've seen Carlson play quite a bit this year. Luis Guerrero, the center fielder from Norwalk High, at the plate now. Guerrero hit .341 on the season, first team, all league. Next pitch, a bunt, a little high, goes foul for a strike.
Hey, help out, Op.
And I guess we should mention the umpires. We'll get to those gentlemen in just a few seconds here. Little bunt going foul. 2 strikes on the batter. Wayne Clark, Victor Bernstein, and Paul Davis. And Coach, you could probably tell me who's behind the plate.
That's Wayne Clark behind the plate. He, of course, a veteran of the Long Beach Unified Association. And he was one of the more highly regarded umpires, as all the umpires are back in the day. They try to get started with proposition.
Luis Guerrero, 0-2 count. Castellanos looks in, throws, pitch a little high for a ball. Joe Horvath, the catcher, up quickly. One and 2 to count. Big swing and a miss, and it goes down swinging. And it'll bring up Jeff Halleck from La Mirada. Halleck, a catcher, La Mirada High School, 4-year varsity player, co-MVP of the Suburban League. Has a great batting average, .432. Bright young man, 3.0. Check that, 3.8. Great point average. Almost 1,100 on that SAT. Hits the first pitch. They'll go across, get Halleck at first. Now they got Ken Carlson at second base in a rundown. And we'll see if he can pull it off. Carlson doesn't look like he's 2 feet of foot. He's tagged out. And that'll do it in the inning. Still a base hit. That's all the action here in the top half of the first. We'll be back after this. Here, welcome back once again to the Suburban League San Gabriel Valley All-Stars. Let's go ahead and put up the starting lineups here for the Suburban League, who are out in the field now. Don Spicer, if you will. We have Jeff Halleck behind the plate. I will say, this is the batting order, by the way. Ken Carlson, shortstop.
Kenny Carlson from Mayfair High School, really the spark of this year. First championship in about 9-10 years for them.
And then Louis Guerrero be in center field, followed by Jeff Halleck, the catcher. Dan Harkey, pitcher. Harkey, just a great athlete. He plays every sport, basketball, football, excels in everything he does. Chris Weister in right field. Second baseman will be Robert Yang, or better known as Brandon Lee, as he told me before the game. Jason, what is that, Schiffelbein?
That's
Schiffelbein. Everybody has it differently, but you would know. And Ricky Fox at third base, David Gomez, the left fielder. Harkey, quite a story, though. Quite an athlete, this guy.
Yeah, just as you can see, a big guy who was able to excel in a lot of sports. Really a workhorse on the mound for the Mayfair Monsoons this year. He's a guy that goes out and he's going to give you 7 innings no matter what. He'll battle you to the end. And offensively also played a big role. As you see him playing, he's at fourth today. And Long Beach State thought as much of him that they signed him to a scholarship to play Long Beach State baseball this year.
Again, talking about Dan Harkey, 10-2 on the season, had an ERA of 1.92 and hit .390, co-MVP of the league, along with, as we mentioned earlier, Jeff Halleck. So the pitcher and catcher, definitely the two of the best players coming out of the Suburban League.
Right. They're going to have to lead this Suburban League team if they want to succeed today.
Charles Oliver will lead things off for Linwood. Big pitch and a strike.
Dan Harkey mainly a fastball slider guy, a lot of hard stuff from him.
Oliver hitting .321. Second team All-League outfielder. The pitch to right, going foul. In pursuit there, David Gomez. So looking at 2 strikes. Not a favorable position for Oliver when you have Dan Harkey on the mound. Just underway here. It's the bottom half of the first inning.
Outfield making a slight shift with 2 strikes on the hitter, playing him a little more to the opposite field.
Next pitch is popped up, and it's going to go foul beyond the dugout. Almost hit a fan on top of the head. Didn't move, just put his hands up over his head. Count still 0-2.
So far, they've been working Oliver on the outside part of the plate. Let's see if they want to try to come inside here after they've worked him 3 straight pitches off the plate.
Next pitch is smoked right down the middle on a strikeout for Dan Harkey, and Oliver goes down. Cesar Rosas, or check that, Rosas will be the batter from Paramount.
Good fastball on the outside part of the plate there by Harkey. Went against what I had thought and stayed to the outside part of the plate and caught him looking.
Rosas hit .327.
Number 24, playing second base, Cesar Rosas.
Rosas looks at the first pitch, and it's a ball.
Rosas representing a Paramount club that finished second in the league this year.
Next pitch is a bunt. Harkey picks it up, throws to first, gets him. That's Jason Schiffelbein.
Schiffelbein over at first base. Played a lot of the outfield this year for the Lancers and moved over to first today for this game.
Jose Alvarez will now be coming in from Gar High School, and what a story they had. He was first team All-League, batted .313, had 35 RBIs, and of course his team was in the finals this year.
Yeah, it played a big role for them. Senior leader, and in that game, I was there at that game. It hit a couple hard line drives. It didn't result in hits. It was a little unfortunate line drives at guys, but really stepped up in the big game for them.
Harkey blows one by him inside the part of the plate again. No fear. So it appears Alvarez standing in there.
Yeah.
Fastballs, letter high, inside too.
He's a tough player. He sees that his team needs a base runner, and he's a guy that he'd take a pitch to go ahead and get on first base for his team.
Count 1-1. And now it stands at 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first. No score. Next pitch is hit hard. Luis Guerrero looking at it and makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down here in the first inning, and the score is 0-0. We'll be back after this.
First winner here.
Back to the Suburban League versus San Gabriel Valley League All-Stars. Dan Harkey, the pitcher, is up for the Suburban League. And as we mentioned, Dan Harkey can pitch and hit and do everything else, Coach.
Yeah. This year at La Mirada, they played in a big game earlier in the year, and I was told he hit a ball out of that place that looked like a major league shot, 4+ feet, 4+ 100 feet.
Castellanos' next pitch is inside at the knees.
Harkey likes to get the ball out over the plate, likes to extend his arms. Over at Artesia, we like to pitch him inside there, hopefully, until he can get around on the ball.
The count is even at 1-1 here in the top half of the second. Harkey again looking at an outside pitch for a ball.
Danny, a fierce competitor. He's a guy that, pretty much at this Mayfair program was built around. Came in as a freshman and started where they hadn't done real well in the past, and they've really built around him in the last 4 years. He's helped turn it around over there.
Big swing on that pitch. Count is even now, 2-2. Castellanos throwing some smoke on that one. Next pitch, the ump stepped back. Didn't really give a definitive answer, but it's obviously a ball. 3-2 now, the count.
Castellanos, a guy I don't know much about, over from Linwood High School. He seems to have good command here, showing fastball, curveball right now.
Next pitch, big swing and a miss, strike 3. And Harkey goes down on strikes. Second strikeout for Angel Castellanos. And it'll bring up Chris Weister.
Now batting for the Suburban Stars, number 14.
Weister hails from John Glenn, outfielder, hit 378 this year for the Eagles.
Yeah, he's a guy that really got hot near the end of the year when Gleb made their playoff run and did finish third in the league to make the playoffs.
Pitch low and inside for a ball.
An all-star game of this type, Rich, I think it's always an advantage to the pitchers, and it's kind of started off that way where they come in, they just basically have to do their game. These are hitters that really haven't faced these type of pitchers all year as far as themselves personally. You haven't seen this kind of pitching, and so it takes a little while to adjust. I'm thinking that the offense is going to take a few innings for them to get going.
Well, a lot of these guys haven't stopped playing ball since the season ended either. They're in the summer leagues, they're in the traveling teams, Connie Mack teams, and I'm sure there's a few others.
Yeah, correct.
American Legion.
Right.
So some of these guys are just taking a day off from their other activities, and I understand grad night for a few of these guys.
I saw a couple of them strolling in kind of ragged today.
Yeah, I remember mine. Count even at 1-1. There's a foul ball, so 1-2 will now be the count to Chris Weister. Weister, there you go.
It's all right.
The long eye over there. See what Castellanos delivers here. High kick, pitch, foul back, hits the screen, and the count remains 1-2 strikes. So Castellanos still ahead. Next pitch is right down the middle. Strike 3 on Weister, and that's 3 strikeouts and 5 batters. So
a backdoor breaking ball right there by Castellanos. Good pitch.
Robert Yang will now be the batter, coming up from La Mirada High School. Yang was honorable mention, hitting .273.
Robert, a guy really known for his defensive play. Played most of the season at second base over there for the Matadors.
Next pitch of ball, looking at 2-0 count. What a story in that Suburban League this year, I'll tell you. Going down to the last game for the title.
Yeah. There was really two top teams in that league, and Mayfair and La Mirada really battled down in a nice series for them. Mayfair coming off the deck, needing to win both games and doing it in exciting fashion, winning it in La Mirada.
Castellanos, 3 pitches to Yang and 3 balls. Good eye by Yang. Next pitch you knew was going to be down the middle, foul back. 3-1 to count.
Guess he got the green light, 3-0.
Yeah, and with quite a sense of humor. We're talking earlier, and who are you? He says, I'm Brandon Lee. I said, well, you're not on the roster. Next pitch is a bouncer. Tony Vasquez up with it. Throws to Niebla for the third out of the inning. And now the San Gabriel Valley League will come up for their time at bat. Real quick, a lot of sponsors in this ball game today, and we want to recognize those people, so I guess we'll keep here and let's talk about some of those.
Okay, yeah. First of all, for this first annual game, of course, a key is to get a lot of sponsor help, financially and stuff like that. First of all, we'd like to thank Diamond Baseball for producing the baseballs for us for this game. Downey Sporting Goods, who played a role for us, I think, making up the shirts for this inaugural game. Buck Taylor, who is pretty much the commissioner of this game, who really helped us out as far as getting everything together. And of course, you guys, Continental Cable, for covering this game for us. We appreciate it. We're trying to expose our players here in this league. We think it's two solid baseball leagues, and we feel our kids should be exposed, so we appreciate that. Frantone's Pizza, who's going to put on a little party for us after the game, so we're going to go on over there. Cerritos College and their staff, Coach Ken Gaylord and Dave Serrano, for letting us use the facilities and all the help. And so those people there that we've mentioned really playing a big role to kick off this. Hopefully it's going to happen for a long time, this All-Star game.
Seems like a good deal. I'd like to thank again all the sponsors just mentioned, and we certainly enjoy being here. Pardon me. Now we have the San Gabriel Valley League. Batters up, Jason Marr will be at first, Tony Vasquez, and then Kevin Caulfield. And right now, Marr at the plate. First pitch is a strike. Marr from Downey is actually a pitcher, but is DHing today and hitting .459. Wow, big swing and a miss.
You can see Rice hitting the 4-hole, hitting .459. It's a nice season.
Four-hitter now, four-hitter, huh?
No balls and 2 strikes. Harkey throwing hard as ever.
Harkey's showing good command early, really going right after the hitters.
One thing we haven't talked about is the dimensions of this field, and we'll do that in just a second. Outside pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This field's bigger than most Major League ballparks. I'm sorry, it's just huge.
Yeah, it's a big field. It's really a pitcher's park. It was built that way. The man who designed this field was the old coach at Cerritos College here, Wally Kincaid, and it was really a pitching guy and developed this place as a pitching park. Really nice place to put a beautiful facility.
The legendary Wally Kincaid.
That he is.
I believe he had 6 state titles under his belt and SC connections and all that other stuff. So this is actually Kincaid Field, not Falcon Stadium.
Exactly. He's known as the master around these parts.
Nice grab there by Ricky Fox. Fox tossing to Jamin Scheiffelbein. Scheiffelbein?
We'll go with Schiefelbein. That's what we're working with.
Schiefelbein. Just going to call him Jason. You see the replay. Just let it roll, guys.
Nice play by Fox. Fox, who played a lot of shortstop for us at Artesia this year, showed his shortstop range going in the hole to make that play. Nice job.
Tony Vasquez now up.
And test Fox again.
Fox, long throw, gets him. That's basically a replay of what we just saw in the previous batter. Kevin Caulfield now will be the batter.
One thing that happens in these type of games is that a lot of times you get players out of position playing somewhere they haven't played for a long time. And every once in a while you get a little first inning jitters or early in the game jitters, but they've made some good adjustments so far.
Kevin Caulfield from Downey High School. Caulfield, 385 batting average. Also was 5-0 as a pitcher. Second team All-League. San Gabriel Valley League.
Tells you a little bit about the pitching for the San Gabriel Valley League if a guy can go 5-0 and only make the second team.
Count even, 1 apiece.
Up,
Next
up.
pitch is popped up.
Help him out, help him out, help the dugout. Dugout, dugout.
Just lands in the dugout. I don't know if Scheiffelbein could have got it.
Suburban had a look, didn't look real aggressive going on. Didn't seem to get a lot of help from his bench either. That's the home bench right there. They get a little more help than that. What do you think over there, Bob? La Mirada coach Tony Correnti was trying to help him out, but it was a one-man gang.
I know you guys have never been in the dugout before very long, so new experience.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
This is where, excuse me, Rich. This is where Harkey gets real tough getting ahead of a hitter like this. He's tough to get here, like so.
There it is. So 3 up and 3 down again. That's the second strikeout for
John
Gugiana from Paramount High School.
No score. We'll be back after that.
And we have the Suburban League starting lineup in there for some reason. But real quick, let's toss up the Warren Bear baseball camp, if you would. Give me a graphic on that. Steve Fullerton of Warren High School would be having a baseball camp at Warren High. Be 4 days, July 11th through July 14th, 10 a.m. to 1. And it's for campers ages 8 to 17. There you go. Finally, Big Bad Don Splasher. There's the number on your screen. You can call 869-7306 extension 406, or you can call Coach Fullerton at home, area code 310-692-2529. I believe Ken Landro, John Gugiana will be there on hand, among others, but those are just a couple of names I have on hand.
Steve Fullerton, first year over at Warren High School this year, really did a nice job helping turn that program around over there. They'd struggled the past few years and really competed this year. Did a fine job over there, and he's going to hold that camp and try to help out some of the area players.
Also, Bert Blyland will be having a camp in Santa Fe Springs at the Diamond this year. I don't have any info on that, but I know it'll be sometime this summer.
New pitcher for the San Gabriel Valley League, George Castillo, coming in today. Really, I think he was involved in all 5 of the GAR playoff run games, and really a solid pitcher for the last couple of years over at GAR. His arm's been a little sore today. You might not see the best that George Castillo has to offer, but a solid pitcher.
Jason Schiefelbein is now the batter. Finally got that name right, huh?
Ah, nice. Takes most guys years. By another guy likes to get his arms extended out and over the plate, stands way off the plate. Finds himself an early hole.
2 quick strikes.
Schiefelbein as a junior in the Suburban League led the league in RBIs.
There's a ball. George Castillo, as you mentioned, is on the mound. Replacing Angel Castellanos, who did really good. His 2 innings of work.
And give up the 1 hit.
3 strikeouts. And coming in now, Castillo getting a strikeout on Jason Schiefelbein. Now Ricky Fox will be the batter.
All right.
Fox from Artesia, one of your guys. 360 batting average.
Yeah.
What about Fox?
Basically a dead pull guy. He's able to show some skill, can drag one fairly well, runs the bases fairly well, but almost guaranteed that he's going to pull the ball for you here.
Next pitch is a bouncer to Tony Vasquez. Vasquez with the long throw, gets his man. Now David Gomez will be the batter.
Replay.
That high two hopper, Vasquez had to go to his left a little bit, his right a little bit. Throw on the run because Fox can run well. It's a nice play.
Good coverage there by our crew. Again, this isn't very few stadiums in the area that are good for baseball as far as covering it on television, but does a good job there. Gomez batting 302 from John Glenn. Nice shot up the middle, and he doesn't get through. Nice grab by the shortstop and gets his man. Tony Vasquez again, doing the job. 3 up and 3 down in the top half of the 3rd. No score. We'll be back after this. I'm Rich Estrella, along with Joe Dort, the head coach over at Artesia High School. And real quick, like the coaches coaching on the Suburban League side, of course, Barry Liebert from Mayfair High School and Tony Correnti from La Mirada. Those 2 teams finished 1-2. Obviously, the best 2 teams in the Suburban League. And I'd also say hi to Dean Gray, the head coach over at Norwalk, an old friend of mine. And Dean's a first-year coach over at Norwalk High School. Wish him good luck out there. Your league is tough. I'll tell you right now, as far as baseball players go that go on and do things out of high school, you guys are loaded.
Yeah, the Suburban League is really noted for producing college and beyond players. A really competitive baseball league.
Jose Niebla at the plate. Dan Harkey staying in there. First pitch is a little high for a ball. Next pitch, big swing, back to Harkey. Harkey to Schiefelbein for the first out of the inning. Joe Horvath will now be the batter. This is Horvath's first trip to the plate. He's a catcher from Gar High School. 303 batting average for Horvath.
Horvath, the guy, really developed well into that Gar program. Just came on as a young player, really developed his skills under the tutelage of Coach Bergeron and Coach Roos over there at Gar.
Call that one a ball. I don't know if that was lower inside, but the count is even at 1-1 for Horvath. How much interaction did Suburban League and San Gabriel Valley League have down the line? Did you guys have any interaction with any of the teams out there? Fair ball.
That's a foul.
They called it foul? Okay, it looked like it was fair here.
It's a tough angle we're at. Now that you get some preseason games during the year, maybe some scrimmages and preseason games, but of course non-league, it's got to be non-league stuff. I know Paramount played Bellflower, and I think maybe Norwalk Bellflower had a game, but that's about it. There's not much going on.
I don't know if we could see that again. I don't know. That ball is very close. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Harkey kicks and delivers.
That's a tough pitch.
Strikeout for Harkey. That's his third, and now Tony Calderon. They're just getting through the San Gabriel Valley League order. Calderon will be the last guy up. He had 309, had 20 stolen bases. Calderon sees a strike. Next pitch is a ball. Count even 1-1.
Squid around a drag there, possibly a test Fox again over there at third, like we said, playing a little bit out of position.
Next pitch right in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. There's 2 outs, and we're in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. San Gabriel Valley League at bat. Tony Calderon of Gar. His team went the distance this year. That pitch is high. Gar, great tradition over there in basketball and baseball.
Yeah, their baseball team is well known around the area. Is one of the top schools. They usually produce good teams.
Next pitch is a bouncer. Is it going up the middle? It is grabbed there by Ken Carlson. Carlson throws, not in time.
Nice play by Carlson. Calderon just runs too well.
So that's a base hit.
You see Calderon with a 2-strike adjustment there, just putting the ball in play. Found a hole a little bit, and that's let his speed do the work for him.
And I believe that's the first hit for the San Gabriel Valley League. And now we're at the top of the order with Charles Oliver.
Expect Calderon to run here.
And he does. Halleck throws, and it bounces just short. Calderon steals the base.
Really a good time to run there with 2 outs and try to get the number 9 hitter over to second base. Even if he does get thrown out, you got your leadoff hitter leading off the next inning, so you don't get hurt. Now you got a man in scoring position with 2 outs here.
Next pitch is bouncer. Schiefelbein to Harkey for the 3rd out. No runs, a hit. 1 man left at the end of 3. No score. We'll be back. Dort with you here. And again, this is the first annual Suburban League San Gabriel Valley League All-Star Baseball game. Two of the premier leagues, obviously, in the area. And imagine if you combine these two and put an all-star team together, maybe take on Long Beach next time, huh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good athletes out here. And, you know, this is a game that's been long in waiting. It took a couple people to get it on the ball, guys like John Gugliana and Buck Taylor to really get after this thing. It's something that's been, you know, waiting around for a long time. And it's good to see. It's a really good event for these players. And it showcases these leagues as good quality baseball leagues, which we feel they are in this area.
So now we're at the top of the order. Ken Carlson, who singled to start things off, and that was the last hit we saw.
That's right, yeah.
So far.
Ken Carlson, a guy who really stepped up to the plate for Mayfair in the last two games against La Mirada, really took over that series for them. Talking to the La Mirada coach, he felt he was unbelievable. He just couldn't believe how good he was in those last two games, and really almost single-handedly, you know, knocked La Mirada out of the #1 spot.
First pitch in there for a strike. Next pitch is lined just over the head of the second baseman, coming up fast. And right fielding, great catch. Charles Oliver with the grab. Great play.
See Carlson going with the pitcher, sliced it a little bit, but Oliver had him positioned nicely, came up and made a nice play.
Great play by Oliver from Linwood. Louis Guerrero now coming up. He struck out his first time up. Now he's facing George Castillo. He lines a shot.
That ball's well driven and over his head.
Caulfield on the run.
Nice play.
Kevin Caulfield on the run. Nice, two nice catches in a row.
San Gabriel Valley stepping up its defense play a little bit. Guerrero really drove the ball, went out and got it a little bit, hit it deep into left center field. Caulfield making a nice play. Nice play going to get that ball.
Jeff Hellick up now, and as you mentioned, the alleys are so deep. I mean, there's just lots of room out there.
Yeah, I think the Cerritos College really took over that play. At a lot of high school parks, that ball could be out.
410 dead center, 350 down the line. I mean, Dodger Stadium is 330, Anaheim Stadium is 331, something like that down the line.
Big place.
This place is huge. Hellick swings at the first pitch, fouls it back for a strike. 1-1 the count.
You saw Guerrero going after the first pitch there after striking out the first time, but I think a lot of these guys, after struggling their first at bat, are going to want to go out there and get the first fastball they see. Halleck did the same thing right there, fouling it back.
There's a hit, going to second base. Rosas up with it, throws. Ball gets away. Halleck turns and slips. And he will not be able to take another base. If he hadn't slipped, he might have been able to get a...
Yeah, I think he was going for two there. It's a nice play by Rosas, and Diablo just didn't come up with it.
Well, we're going to have to ask the official, how'd you score that? An error? Yeah, called it a throwing error up here, so that's what the official scorer has it as.
I think they got an error on the first baseman is what they scored that as.
Harkey now stepping up. Harkey had a fielder's choice last time.
And the pitcher
There's a bouncer.
third base replacing Rick.
The third baseman, Jose Alvarez. Alvarez throws and gets his man. And we're done now.
So Harkey really didn't do a bad. Actually, nobody's done a bad job today on the pitching mound.
Take a break. We'll be back.
One hit each team.
I think it's more of a selection as far as trying to balance out the pitching of what you have. You saw that the kid from Linwood only went 2 innings, and I think it was, and now Harkey going 3, trying to mix it up, maybe 3-3-3 with the pitching that the Suburban League has to offer today. I'm talking to Coach Lieber from Mayfair about making his lineup and stuff like that, and he was talking about, you know, trying to keep a balance, making sure he has firepower at both ends of the game, and trying to get a little balance as far as who's representing who in the game.
So Cesar Rosas, San Gabriel Valley League now up at the plate. Rosas from Paramount High School.
Perez, fastball, curveball guy. Good velocity on the fastball.
at one time was undefeated for the Matadors during the season. Like up until last week.
2 balls, no strikes thus far on Cesar Rosas. He grounded out to first last time up, and that was back in the first inning. Looking bunt, and apparently was the ball. 3 balls, no strikes to the count.
Rosas showed drag in the first inning and showed good technique, but not good bat angle, but it back to Harkey. He's looking to try it again. Maybe wanted to test Harkey over at third base.
Next pitch right down the middle. 3 balls and a strike. Next pitch line to tackle line and out. That's the first out of the inning. Jose Alvarez will now be up.
Rosas hit that ball hard, but Schiefelbein had him play perfectly.
Alvarez now be flied out to center his last time up from Gar High School.
Alvarez is just a quality person. They got a nickname for him over there. They call him Pepe. And he's a guy that, when coaching against him over there in that league, he'd be a guy, he'd walk over to third and he'd chat with you a little bit. He's a good kid.
Looks at 2 straight strikes, and I like the way he hangs in there around the plate.
Yeah, he's a tough player. I mean, he does what he can to get aboard for his team. He's a real team guy.
0-2 the count. Next pitch on the outside corner.
He's a guy that's going to come over here to Cerritos College next year, and I think he can help. He's the type of guy who can help this program. I know they're excited about him coming over.
Next pitch is lined directly to the second baseman. That's Robert Yang, and Yang tosses him out. 2 away. And I believe Jason Marr from Downey will be the designated hitter.
So 1 more.
Pat Perez on the mound for La Mirada, and he's catcher Jeff Halleck. They know each other really well, so we'll see if he can hold the San Gabriel Valley League down here.
It's like deja vu for Mr. Perez out there throwing to his old partner.
Jason Marr, the designated hitter. Swings and misses. 0-2 the count.
That's a good pitch right there. Looked like Perez turned that pitch over a little bit. Might have been a changeup.
Marr, as we mentioned, with that big .459 batting average. Good pitcher as well. He was 2-6 on the year, but he had a 1.98 ERA. Which is outstanding. Next pitch, bounced up.
Well,
Halleck
nice play
with it.
by Halleck with the bare hand. Good play.
And that'll do it here in the 4th inning. Along with Joe Jordan of Artesia High School, and really happy to be here for this inaugural ball game here at the San Gabriel Valley League All-Stars versus Suburban League All-Stars. And great day indeed. A little cold this morning. I thought it was going to be steaming today, but apparently not.
Yeah, I drove in from Long Beach, and it looked like almost rain. I was a little concerned about it. A little bit overcast, but still nice weather for the game.
Mike Cosgrove will be on the mound now for the San Gabriel Valley League, and I think this will be the last time the Cerritos pitcher will be in the San Gabriel Valley League. I think they're going to be gone out of that league next year, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. Cerritos has been moved out of that league. They're going to move up to the, I believe it's called the Sunkist League, up the 605 freeway. And yeah, this is the last time the Dons will be able to represent this league.
They're begging to get out of the San Gabriel Valley League. I think there's a couple other schools that want out too, but tough luck. Cosgrove 10-3, 1.52 ERA. And there we go. We have that's number 14. That's Chris Weister. And he grounds out.
Nice play by Niebla, picking up his teammate over there, Vasquez, on the throw on the dirt, atoning for his earlier error.
Robert Yang now will come up. He grounded out to the short last time.
Robert Yang. Second base, Yang.
Mike Cosgrove, mainly a fastball slider guy, has a top-notch fastball and a good biting slider.
Pitch is low and away for a ball. There's something you don't see too often, a throwback to the mound, getting away from the pitcher.
Yeah, not at this level. You don't see that very often.
Joe Horvath behind the plate. Robert Yang Lee.
Robert Yang Lee.
He's not going to live that down now.
I don't know if Brendan Lee's the type of guy you want to be like.
Yeah.
Didn't he just pass away?
That's right. That's the first thing I thought of when he said that. But
wow. He wanted to carry on his legacy. Maybe.
He's just jiving around. He's having a good time, as you should, in a game like this. There's a hit to the second baseman. Cesar Rosas up with it. Throws him out to Jose Niebla.
That Paramount double play connection is having a solid day out there. Real smooth. I watched them in infield, outfield practice, and they put on a good show.
From Norwalk. First baseman, number 16, Jason
Schiefelbein is now at the plate. It's the toughest name out there today.
Yeah.
As an announcer, you know, we do all the football games and stuff and basketball, and you're always going down the list before the game, and there's always that one name. And you hope it's the offensive lineman, so you don't have to call it except in the pregame, and then you just kind of let the graphics take over. There's one ball, no strikes to count. Speaking of Paramount guys, Rolando Avila had a heck of a season over for Long Beach State. I was just amazed at what Rolando was doing out there. There's a slow roller to Vasquez, and doesn't quite get it.
That took a little bad hop on him as he charged the ball. He took the proper route to that ball, but a little unfortunate with the ball hitting the dirt up there.
So I guess they scored that as a base hit?
Yeah, that would be a base hit.
And
see him charge the ball here. It kicked up a little bit at the end for him. I'd give him a hit on that.
Ricky Fox would normally be up, but he's out of the ball game now. So who do we have up here now?
This is Perez, who came in to pitch.
Pat Perez.
Coming to the plate from La Mirada, the pitcher, great, Pat Perez.
Something that the Suburban League didn't use as an option to use a DH today because of, I think, number one, Harkey being as good of a hitter he is. And, you know, they wanted him to pitch and hit, so when they're making the changes with the pitchers, everybody's going to have to hit.
There's the ball going back, just landed on somebody's car, I'm sure. Had a few guys out there with some new cars that said, man, Pat, park out where the coaches are parking. They know. They know.
That's right.
Rich Kitchen with a brand new Saturn out there. I'm sure that just put a nice little dent on top of the hood for him.
Yeah, I think I heard that.
Cosgrove looking in. Perez behind on the count, 0-1. Schiefelbein going for it, and he's in there head first, and he's safe. He's stolen it. Second steal of the day.
Good jump by Schiefelbein there. Horvath, not a real good pitch to handle up and in, but Schiefelbein had that base stolen.
So the count even 1-1. We have 2 outs, runner on second.
Once again, you had the situation with 2 out and a man on first, and giving him a chance to run here, try to get a guy in scoring position. Trying to take just 1 hit to get him in instead of 2.
Perez looking to help his cause, takes a nice cut, fouls it off. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Cosgrove again looking in, checks the runner, lets it fly, and it's a out to center field. Calderon coming in, but it's Cesar Rosas stepping back, making the catch. And that'll do it here for the top half of the 5th inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we're
Still have no score.
If you come up with this one,
And again, maybe I want to talk again about the sponsors now that we have a little break in the action instead of going to a PSA or whatever.
Okay, yeah, once again, we'd like to thank Diamond for donating the baseballs for this affair. Downey Sporting Goods played a role for us, I think making the shirts. Buck Taylor, who kind of took on the role as commissioner for us here today, doing a fine job. Frantone's Pizza, who's putting on a little show for the game afterwards. And then we have yourselves, Continental Cable, for coming out and helping us promote. And Cerritos College and its staff letting us use the field, and Coach Gaylord and Serrano for lending a hand in these facilities.
Okay, also like to remind you again, Steve Fullerton, formerly of Downey High School, now hanging out over at Warren, going to enemy camp, so they would say. If you're a Warren Bear, you know the rivalry between those two guys. Anyways, Fullerton baseball camp, that'll be July. Where did I get January from? July 11th through 14th.
You're a winner guy.
10 a.m. to 1 p.m. $75 per camper, ages 8 to 17. Fees include a baseball hat and T-shirt. Early registration discount is $65 before June 11th. They also have a family discount, and there'll be fundamentals taught in pitching, catching, hitting, bunting, throwing, and base running. So time to get ready for the upcoming season, and there's a look at some of the fans out there. Real quick, you can call the school at 869-7306, extension 406, or you can call Coach Fullerton at home, area code 310-692-2529.
That'll get you 2 games each at Clark Center Bowl. 091-072.
Okay. Perez still on the mound for...
Yeah, we got a pinch hitter for the San Gabriel Valley League. That's going to be Ambrose Salas from Cerritos High School. Hitting for Vasquez.
For Vasquez, yes.
Now heading for Cerritos, number 21, Ambrose Salas.
So Ambrose Salas, 400 batting average. Good reason he's in there.
He's a guy who... He's one of those guys you talk about, just raw talent. This kid can swing the bat, he can play the position, and just a real good baseball mind. I had the pleasure of working with him last year a little bit.
I guess it's safe to say Vasquez may be done for the afternoon. Depends if they move him somewhere else. Next pitch in for a strike. For some reason, it sounded like he hit the plate, but apparently not.
Sal's a guy with just raw power. He's, as a high school player from left-hand side, one of the biggest power hitters I've seen at this level.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count. We're in the bottom half of the 5th, no score. Next pitch, ripped to center field. Luis Guerrero's out there, and it's going to get in the hole. A double for Ambrose Salas. You were just talking about his power.
Yeah, he drove that ball well. He went out and got it a little bit. No more as a pull hitter. That ball on the outside part of the plate, he drove it into left center. Looks like we have a change out there defensively, too. That's Julio Ramirez from Norwalk out in center field now.
Good eye.
Here's Garcia from Cerritos. He's another guy I had the pleasure of working with last year. A real fluid athlete. Nice relaxed arm, real strong. Really had a solid year offensively for the Dons.
Our first set for a ball.
Our first real threat of the ball game here, Rich.
We've had runners at second twice in the ball game, but it's by virtue of a base hit and then a steal. This time we have somebody actually slap it out there. Next pitch also a ball.
Garcia, a guy who in the 2 playoff games Cerritos played in, hit home runs in each game. So really stepped it up when his team needed it the most this year. Playing a little Connie Mack ball for out in Fullerton this year.
Garcia hit .341 on the season. Trying to score his teammate from second base. Base hit would do just that. Big swing and a miss.
It looked as if Garcia was trying to go to right field here, which would be the proper thing. Trying to get his guy over to third base with less than 2 outs would be the proper play here.
Two balls and a strike to count. Pardon me, next pitch. Ball gets by Halleck. That's unusual, but the runner goes to third.
Halleck seemed to take his ball off, took his eye off that ball a little bit, went off his glove and hit the umpire. Salas with a good job reading that play early, taking third, and taking the hard work off of Garcia's shoulders. Now just a fly ball or possibly a ground ball up the middle. We'll get a run home. See what the defense gives him here.
Nobody out. 3 balls and a strike to count. Next pitch, big swing and a miss. Strike 2. So Perez in a little bit of a jam.
Big test for Perez here. He's going to need a strikeout or a pop-up or maybe a ground ball to one of the corners to try to keep this run from scoring.
Next pitch is hit into right, as you said it would need to be done. And
Garcia testing the arm.
And he's out by a bunch. But the run scores, and it is 1-0 in favor of the San Gabriel Valley League.
See Salas taking the outside pitch and driving into right field there. A nice job. Salas is going to score easily. And he's going to test the arm of Woodward out there. And a bang-bang play at second. They got him. Good aggressive base running, though, by Garcia.
And Niebla would normally be up in this situation. But that's not Niebla out there. Jorge Correa from Linwood at the plate. Correa looks at a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Don't get hurt too bad now, huh?
Correa, 336 batting average. Bouncer right over Perez's head. Nice backhanded stab, and it's tossed out.
It's only 2 outs. You guys are running off the field. It's only 2 outs.
Yeah.
It's only 2 outs.
And how often do you see that now? Mike Navarro from John Glenn.
And Navarro making a nice play there going on the backhand. The tough play for a second baseman throwing off the wrong foot. See our chopper over the mound by Correa. Backhanded play by Navarro. Had to stop, plant, and throw. A nice play. Nice play.
Stanley at the plate from Downey. Stanley, bouncer foul. 0-2 will be the count. Pardon me, Shane Everly now at first base. Won't have to worry about Schiefelbein, at least saying that name for a while.
Yeah. It came in as a defensive change at the bottom of the inning.
Hey, you're still 1-2 now, huh?
Pitching up fast. Nice pitch fouled off, and that's going to be way out of play. It's going to land on the tennis court, mess with somebody's game over there.
Yeah.
Next pitch again, foul. Sure does favor that left field foul line out there.
Yeah, Perez giving him a steady diet of off-speed stuff. Stanley a little out in front, hooking the ball foul.
3 times too fast.
Next pitch bounced foul. Out in left field, Julio Ramirez now. Ramirez. So far, so good. Good ball game. We're seeing a lot of good talent. Okay, check that out in center. Next pitch is strike 3, so Perez kind of works his way out of it.
First time since the first inning, the team had their leadoff runner on, and they were able to work a little bit with the pass ball, then the base hit.
Now, you know there's going to be a ton of changes, and just bear with us as we get those to you. Behind the plate now will be David Stanley. And I'll write that down as we go along. He's replacing Joe Horvath. And let's see. Jose Alvarez now will be at first base. And he's replacing Jose Niebla. So all we have to do basically is just change the last name. Okay, then Alan Villabrosa is now at second base.
Got Ambrose Salas over at short. Jorge Correa has moved into third. Mike Garcia into left. And we have a change out in right field also. Another gentleman from Linwood.
Ambrose is at short now, right?
Yes. Oh, that's a Warren play out there. Warren play out in right field.
We'll get it for you in just a second. At the plate now.
That Mike Lanning out there in right field, Coach? Yes, sir. Mike Lanning on right field representing Warren.
We have a 1-1 count. And I believe that's David Gomez at the plate. Correct me if I'm wrong there.
That is accurate.
Gomez swing and a miss. Gomez grounded to short back in the third inning. We're now in the sixth. Pitches a ball. Count even, 2-2.
Pick up an autographed baseball from your favorite team, Suburban on Stadium, Valley League.
Ball 3 is the call. 3-2 full count.
Stanley thought that pitch was strike 3 right there. He was ready to throw the ball down to third. Mr. Clark didn't think so, though.
Next pitch looked like it was going to be inside, but nice grab coming up.
Gomez was jammed there. That ball had a little bit of a spin on it. It bounced, almost kicked away from Villabrosa, but he gloved it nicely to make the play.
Villabrosa grinding it out, throwing him out.
Now back for Major from 44.
Now we are up here up in the box that they call it the bird's nest, is that what they call it up here? As the Falcons, they call them the birds for the baseball team. Ken Carlson singled and flied out to right back in the fourth. Singled, of course, in the first inning, lead things off, and for a long time, that was the only hit of the ball game.
This wasn't still, I believe, it's one of 2 hits for the Suburban League.
Next pitch to the high and inside. Cosgrove still on the mound. Next pitch. Look good from here. It's a ball. 3 balls and no strikes to Ken Carlson. Good baseball name.
Got a nice ring to it, huh?
Yeah, that'll work. No, there's a strike. 3 balls and a strike now.
See Carlson wearing the high socks there, maybe representing either old-time baseball or maybe somebody, one of his favorite players. I know a guy, Raul Mondesi for the Dodgers, wearing his socks like that. Perhaps he's a fan of his.
And Carlson walks. And I believe that's the first walk of the ball game. Let me check that real quick.
I believe that's accurate.
It is.
We haven't had a walk period.
That's the first walk. So the first free pass.
Come on, Julio. Contact.
Julio Ramirez now is the batter.
Come on, Julio, come through.
Ramirez replaced Guerrero defensively in the bottom half of the fifth.
Back!
Ball goes foul.
Suburban League playing a little hit and run there. Tough pitch for Ramirez to handle the ball inside, tried to fight it off and hit it foul.
Pardon me, Ramirez, this is his first at bat. As you mentioned, he replaces Luis Guerrero. Cosgrove with the runner on. Checking the runner. Lets it fly, bunt. Put down nicely. Will advance the runner. Ramirez is out at first. But Carlson, more importantly, is at second base now.
Interesting play by the Suburban League there with 1 out, still sacrificing the guy over.
Jeff Halleck now will be the batter. It's safe to say Halleck is due in this ball game.
There's a big spot for the Suburban League here, having a number 3 hitter, Jeff Halleck, up with a man on. Not getting a lot of opportunities today after San Gabriel Valley League pitching. It's a good opportunity for him.
Reached first last time at bat on an error. There's a bouncer. Advancing Carlson to third, and will Halleck beat it? He does. Halleck running hard and a high throw, and good combination. And now we have runners at the corners with 2 outs. And the big man, Dan Harkey, up. Very dangerous guy. And I would say he's due also.
Yeah, hitless today. This is another, once again, this is a situation that Suburban League wants. A couple of men on with their 3-4 hitters up, and it's a big spot for Harkey and this team.
Well, they got the 2 MVPs of the league going back-to-back here, so this is what you want.
Definitely.
Harkey going to try to score his teammate from third. First pitch is low and outside for a ball.
Playing against Mayflower, this is a combination I've seen quite a bit. Carlson on scoring position with Harkey up. That's something you'd like to see as an opposing coach.
Next pitch in there for a strike. Count is even, 1-1.
Tough pitch by Cosgrove. Good slider biting the outside corner.
Kind of different uniforms for Mayfair. A la Detroit Tigers somewhat, at least the righty.
To say the least, yeah, kind of an old-fashioned emblem.
Halleck's running, and he gets there. Got his pants filthy dirty. His mom's going to love that.
He might, since this is his last game as a matter, he might just give those right to the coach after the game. Don't worry about washing.
That's right. Or like most guys try to do, they try to bag the stuff.
That's right.
So you got runners at second and third. And there's a bouncer. We'll see if they can complete the play. Harkey running, and that's it. So that's the biggest threat so far by the Suburban League, but they don't cash it in. And after 5.5, it's still 1-0 in favor of the San Gabriel Valley League. We'll be back.
Yeah, you get a shot of Freddie Yanez over there as Downey High School head coach. Won his 300th game this year over at Downey High School. So a nice accomplishment for Fred over there, coaching the Vikings.
Pat Perez on the mound. Tossing to his catcher. And I believe that's Calderon up at the plate.
Now batting from down, number 10, Tony Calderon.
Calderon again, his team went the distance this year. And that's got to be exciting. That's got to be a great feeling to get to the championship game.
Yeah, it is. Calderon hitting in the 2-hole for the Gladiators over there at Gar played a big role offensively and defensively for them playing up the middle. And they came up a little short, but once the disappointment of not winning the game, gets over, the thought of making that far is going to be something that they'll remember for a long, long time.
Now coming at the bat for the Warren Bears, number 13, Mike Lanning. Will hit for Cesar Rosa, or check that, Charles Oliver.
Everybody gets 1, 2, 3, or 4. Come on now.
Mike Lanning, 13 Lanning.
This will be his first at bat. As we see Calderon getting a walk. That's only the second walk of the ball game, and the first walk given up by the Suburban League.
Like we talked about a little bit earlier, Rich, that the pitching has dominated this game, and as the game carries on a little bit, you see a couple more chances, but the chances you get, you better take advantage of them because you're not going to get very many in a game of this caliber.
Lanning pops it up, and I heard that one hit pavement this time.
No cars that time.
Everybody's looking over to see where it landed.
Calderon a base running threat here.
Throw to first. Calderon getting back in time. Mike Lanning, the outfielder, batted .425 on the season. Very good average, taking a big swing and a miss there. You know, we got all these big power batting averages, but let's keep in mind, you're looking at the cream of the crop here in the area as far as the pitching goes.
And like they say, good pitching is going to be good hitting 9 out of 10 times, and you're seeing that right now. As you see in most all-star games, the pitching usually dominates.
Way behind on that pitch, and Mike Lanning goes down swinging, but it's better than looking. Now the batter, let's see who we have here.
That's going to be Alan Villabrosa from Cerritos.
taking over for Chris Cesar Rosas. And let's see if they get the base. They off the glove of the second baseman, Mike Navarro. And going to third is Calderon.
Navarro there trying to make the tag simultaneous with the throw, trying to get it done, but off his glove a little bit, off into right field. Calderon able to go to third.
I think Jeff Halleck felt he had him.
Yeah.
Had him gunned down.
I scored that a stolen base in an air on the second baseman. Yeah. Suburban League playing their infield in.
Looking at a ball count, even 1-1. Oh, we finally got a baseball game on the air this year.
Shame on you for not getting more.
We try to get 2 or 3 a year, mainly at Cerritos College because of the facilities. And glad to get this one. At least we got the All-Star game. Coach Serrano was giving me a little heck about it. Were you this year? But politics took over the things in April, May, and June. Attempted bunt going foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count.
Right here now.
And Villalobos squaring around trying to push the runner in right here with a push bunt. Trying to push it in between first and second over there. Ball a little tight on it though. I had trouble handling it.
Perez looks in, lets it fly.
There you go, lock him up, huh?
Count remains 2-2 as that pitch is fouled off. Lumberada coach Tony Carenti picking up the foul ball.
You see Calderon over at third, a guy that puts a little pressure on your defense because he can run a pass ball or any kind of safety squeeze or anything. You can get him in, so it's a good spot for this San Gabriel Valley League here.
Next pitch, right back to the pitcher, and they're going to have Calderon maybe in a rundown. Nothing is a give me here. See if they can run him down. Halleck and Perez now working on it. And they get him. Good rundown. So we have 2 outs. Runner advances to second.
That's a nice job by Calderon there, Coach. Rich. See Villalobos here right back to the pitcher. And that's a set play. Calderon's supposed to go on contact there. And you see he does a good job there by drawing the throw, making him chase him back to home, enabling the runner to get to second base. And they make the tag there, but they still have a runner in scoring position of their second base now. It's a good job base running by Calderon.
Perez delivers back to the mound again.
Nice
Easy
play by
toss to
Perez.
first, and there it is. 3 outs. No run score. The reason I say that about the rundown is, I don't know if you've been watching the College World Series, but Mark Cossey of Fullerton was in a hell of a rundown where they tossed that ball 6 or 7 times, and they still didn't get it. He was able to beat it.
After seeing that,
Southeast area of baseball, which is great.
Yeah, an outstanding athlete. A guy that can walk in at that level as a freshman and make the contributions he did says a lot about him individually and where he came from. Nice looking player. Nice looking player.
Jim Roach checking out, see if we're going to go 7 or 9. It's going 9 today. We are now in the 7th inning. Still 1-0 in favor of the San Gabriel Valley League in the Suburban League coming up. And we'll see who's going to be, let's see who's coming up now. We have some Mayfair gentlemen. These lineups have been changing now. And let's see who this is.
That's Woodward, I believe.
Eric Woodward of Mayfair. He'll start things off in favor of, excuse me, in place of Chris Weister.
Number 4, Eric Woodward.
Woodward looks at the ball, his first pitch. Woodward hitting .317 for Mayfair, Suburban League champions. Cosgrove still on the mound of Cerritos, and he's still on the mound for the San Gabriel Valley League. And I don't know if we're going to see Cerritos back in this game next year. I would think so, but you never know. They'll be out of the San Gabriel Valley League.
And what they're looking to do, Rich, is possibly add to this game a little bit, including some more teams, trying to keep Cerritos involved because Tony Gugliano, who played a big role in getting this thing going, is moving out of the league, and he wants to stay in it. So we're thinking about adding some more teams and maybe just changing the name of the game. So possibly they could still be back.
Well, I know the 605 All-Stars have 38 schools involved, and that's a huge endeavor.
Right. They've really expanded their game, and we're hoping to do the same.
That game, by the way, will be July 9th this year, so if you're planning to come out to Cerritos College, watch some excellent football, that'll be the date you want to put on your calendar. July 9th here at Cerritos College, the 605 All-Star football game. And I believe next year will be the 30th anniversary of this ball game. It's just really amazing. Next pitch is bounced. And
play here.
Miscommunication. There's nobody there.
Well, a slip over there at first base. Same spot.
Everybody's slipping on that turn. And you were down on the field earlier. It's not wet or anything. I don't know why they're slipping.
Maybe it's just a soft spot over there. Sauce. See the high chopper here. Alvarez not sure if first what he was going to take. He took it. Then maybe a little inexperienced. A third baseman by trade flipped that ball a little high to Cosgrove trying to cover.
Mike Navarro now will be batting. He's from John Glenn High School. 366 batting average. He'll be batting in place of Robert Yang.
Navarro in a sacrifice spot here with nobody out. A man on trail and by a run late in this game.
And
Coach may be asking him to sacrifice here.
Shane Eberly will be on deck for Bellflower in place of Jason Scheifelbein. Had to say that name again. I feel sorry for him. I've been giving him a bad time up here, but we're just the name. It's just kidding around. Whoa, almost picked off.
Cosgrove showing a good move there. Got quick feet and a strong arm. Able to hold his runners on well.
Suburban League down 1-0 here in the 7th. There's a pitch out, and they gunned him down. Nice effort by Mike Navarro, or check that Eric Woodward, but just not going to happen.
So it really looked like either a possible bunt and run there, or just maybe Navarro was protecting the runner with the steal, but Stanley with a nice throw.
1 ball and a strike, and that changes to 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Next big swing and a miss, strike 3 on Navarro. Shane Eberly will now be the batter. Pat Perez on deck. Eberly also batting 366.
From Bellflower, number 21, playing first base, Shane Eberly. First base, Eberly.
Eberly looks at a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to count.
Eberly, a pull hitter out of Bellflower, hitting the 4 spot for them this year. Really a solid offensive player. He's the type of guy that over Artesia, we tried to pitch on the outside part of the plate. Like Cosgrove just did there.
Next pitch, a ball also, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Cosgrove took a little bit off of that, showed him the changeup a little bit.
Next pitch, fouled back. Nobody screamed, didn't hear any bangs.
Everybody alive and well.
There it is. Strike 3. Eberly goes down looking. And after 6.5, the score remains 1-0 in favor of the San Gabriel Valley League. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this. The Kincaid Field and the San Gabriel Valley League Suburban League All-Star Baseball game. Rich Estrella along with Joe Dort, and we're certainly having a good time here tonight, as you mentioned, Coach, before you went out on the break. This game is smoking along.
Yeah, it's moving right along. The solid pitching is telling the tale and some good defensive plays. I mean, we're talking about game here in the seventh inning we're in.
That's it. Bottom half
a regular high school game, we'd be almost out of here already, Rich.
Now let's set the batting order coming up. I'm sure it's going to change a little bit here as we enter the bottom half of the 7th.
Pitching change for the Suburban team.
Jason Marr
On the mound for Lamarada, number 9.
is due up, but he's not going to be hitting. Got Bravo there.
With the new pitcher, Pete Yamas from La Mirada in the game. I said we'd almost be out here. We would be out here, bottom half of the 7th with the home team ahead. We'd be packing up shop. See if we get some offense and get a little thrill going.
Jose Bravo now will be hitting in place of Jason Marr. Bravo from Dominguez High School. And as a batsman, he's hitting .325.
Leading off, number 21 from Dominguez High. Jose Bravo from Dominguez. Bravo.
Pete Yama's first pitch is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch is fouled off. The right field. 1-1 the count.
Yamas was the number 3 pitcher for La Mirada this year. Really pitched in spots for Coach Tony Careni over there and did a fine job. Tony Careni really commended him in the all-league meetings, talking about him playing a big role for them as a senior, pitching in big games.
Bravo, big swing at a bad pitch for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count. Next pitch, Harkey on the run. Long toward a first to Eberly and gets him out. So Bravo grounds out to third. And it'll bring up Ambrose Salas.
Now batting number 21 from Cerritos. Ambrose
On deck will be Mike Garcia.
21, Salas.
Salas with the lone extra base hit and lone run scored in this game. Maybe making a bid at the MVP of this game, Rich.
We'll see. He entered the ball game in the 5th, or bottom half of the 4th, that is. And there's a bouncer. Everly gets away, and you call that a bad hop there, huh?
Yeah, that's a tough hop.
Ambrose might get 3. Slide in the 2nd on his stomach. But nobody out there coaching you, telling you where to go. They're telling you you're faking the old play. Here it comes. Get down. Let's have a look at that again, Coach.
Kathleen Miller.
See Salas top this ball a little bit, get out in front. A little slow roller over to first, and the ball stayed down on Eberly a little bit. Salas was able to take second on the play.
Salas actually has 2 doubles in a ball game. Last time he hit a double, and then he reached third base on a minor passed ball, really.
Right.
It just barely got away from Halleck, but
He was heads up on the play.
yes. Mike Garcia now the batter.
Now batting for Cerritos.
He actually had a legitimate single last in the 5th inning, but it was tossed out trying to stretch it to a double.
Right, and he drove in the only run so far.
Yes.
Good piece of hitting with 2 strikes, driving the ball into right field.
Whoa, and there's a pitch getting away. It was inside. And Salas will take third. That's the 2nd time on a pass ball, identical to the last time he was up.
Almost an instant replay. Here's
Well, hey.
Garcia with another chance here to drive in an insurance run for the San Gabriel Valley League.
And Correa is on deck.
Suburban League infield playing in, they don't feel they can give up another run here.
1 ball, no strikes is the count. Pitch low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. We have 1 out here in the bottom half of the 7th. 1-0 in favor of the San Gabriel Valley League, and they are up. Next pitch right down the pipe, and knocking in his 2nd RBI of the ball game is Mike Garcia. Garcia will have a stand-up double. And more importantly, Ambrose Salas scores.
The Cerritos connection killing the Suburban League right now.
Jorge Correa now will be up
Now batting from Linwood, number 42.
with 1 out.
Correa. 42, Correa.
Correa grounded out the last time up. and has a runner in scoring position at second base. And he's free to swing. Pitch a little high for a ball. Correa really ready. See those hands? He's alternating his cigarette all the way until the pitch gets there.
Yeah, it's really relaxed hands up at the plate. Another big spot here for the San Gabriel Valley League. If they pick up another run here, it's going to make it awfully tough for the Suburban League to come back, especially facing the pitching that they've had to face today.
2 balls and no strikes to count. We have 1 out, bottom half of the 7th, 2-0 in favor of the San Gabriel Valley League. Pitches inside for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes. Pardon me, Pete Yamas. Having a little bit of trouble this inning.
Yeah, he got into trouble early with that bad hop, the tough hop double, we'll call it, and then hanging a pitch to Garcia with a man in scoring position.
And Yamas delivers a walk to Jorge Correa. And now we have David Stanley at the plate.
That walk may work out to the benefit of Pete Yamas out there, because now a ground ball possibly can get him out landing in a double play. After falling behind Correa 3-0, I really don't think you want any piece of him.
Yamas says he was basically a short reliever for La Mirada this season. Had a 3-1 record. Pitch is in there for a strike. Count even 1-1. 1 out, runners on first and second. Next pitch is popped up. We might get this on the roof. We'll see. I don't know.
That's behind us. Would have been awfully loud on the roof.
Stanley struck out his last time up. And he's behind on the count here, 1-2. Calderon on deck.
Interesting defense by the Suburban. They hit their first baseman with 2 strikes in front of the runner here, opening up a big hole for Stanley on the right side.
He goes the opposite way, just past Coach Gugiana. Next pitch way out in front, and Stanley goes down swinging again. Calderon coming up, and pretty dangerous. He gets on base quite a bit, has so far today.
Now batting for guard, number 10, Tony Calderon. 10, Calderon.
Calderon after a ball. Hallett goes out, has a little word there with his pitcher, Pete Yamas.
Pete Yamas got a big strike out there on Stanley. That was a tough. Took a little off that pitch, had Stanley out in front. It's a big out for the Suburban League right there.
2 outs, and as you mentioned, the walk may help him. That's any base here. That's not going to help out unless the runner can, center fielder can run it down, and he does. Nice catch there by Julio Ramirez. And that's going to do it after 7 complete. It's 2-0 in favor of the San Gabriel Valley League. Back to Kincaid Field, and 2-0 in favor of the San Gabriel Valley League. And I believe we're going to have a pitching change out there now. And let's see what we have in there. Got a Warren pitcher.
Yeah, it does.
That's number 20, Lee Hastings. So Lee Hastings now on the mound. And he'll replace Mike Cosgrove. Pardon me. Lee Hastings had a 3-5 record with a 2.04 ERA. He was second team All-League. And real quick, Steve Fullerton again, being that he has his pitcher on the mound now, the Warren Bear baseball camp, July 11th through the 14th. And you call the number there for more information. So now we'll see what Lee Hastings offers up here to the Suburban League.
A little pressure on Mr. Hastings there with Warren Camp starting up there. I guess he better perform. No, he's going to want to go to Mr. Fullerton's camp.
Okay. Pete Yamas will lead things off for the Suburban League. This will be his first at-bat, obviously. And then David Gomez should be on deck.
Yeah, we got 8-9-1 here for the Suburban League.
Coming back from Colorado for the Suburban League. Number 9, Yama. Number 9, Yama.
So here we are in the top half of the 8th. Yama's hitting over 300 this season, 330 to be exact. And he, what was the call there?
It's a strike. Is that a strike corner?
I'm waiting until he throws them behind him.
Count even, 1-1. Yama's trying to help his cause. His team's down 2-0. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. There it is. Yamas goes down swinging. And now I believe David Gomez will be the batter. Gomez grounded to short, grounded to second. And now see what he does here in the top half of the 8th.
Hey, babe, how's that?
Pitching the inside for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes.
Come on, David.
Pitch low and away. 2-0 the count. Chopper to second.
A tough hop for Villabrosa. Nice line play. The second time on a ground ball to Villabrosa over there. The ball's kicked off a little bit on him.
Last ball for the number 91,
Ground out to second. See it again.
Goes with the ground ball. Villabrosa charging hard, kicked away, went down nicely.
Good athleticism on his part. Ken Carlson now. Single, fly to right, and walked. Top of the order here for the Suburban League All-Stars. Be great to see somebody put one out of here.
It would be nice to see, but it's a tough chore in this big park.
There's a strike. I was kidding Coach Serrano of Cerritos College before the game. I said, "You ever smack one out of here?" He says, "No, I just pitched."
Yeah.
He says, "But I gave up a few." Actually, Serrano, quite a good pitcher. One of the best pitchers in Cerritos College baseball history. Matter of fact, he was on that '85 baseball team that had 5 guys, I believe, hit the major leagues.
Yeah.
Off that team. That's a hell of a team.
State championship team. Dave Serrano, 12-1 with 5 saves on that team as a pitcher.
Quite a few guys making the majors, and that says a lot about this program out here.
Also, Dave Serrano, good basketball player here for Cerritos College.
He never told me that.
Yeah. Shooting guard.
There's a walk issued to Ken Carlson, his second walk. And we'll see if Julio Ramirez comes up or who we're going to have coming up here.
That is Ramirez. He's coming up.
Ramirez tossed out on a fielder's choice last time up. So Ramirez is up with 2 outs. Tough order. Looks at a ball, 1 ball, no strikes.
Carlson a good base runner, but I don't know trailing by 2 here in this inning if the Mayfair coach Lieber's going to want to run him.
At this point, you have nothing to lose. You have one more time up, and that's it. After this inning's over, we got 2 outs here. Big swing and a miss, 2 balls and a strike now to Ramirez.
San Gabriel Valley League really throwing out a lot of pitchers here that are tough to hit. After seeing guys like Cosgrove and another right-hander from Linwood. Castellanos.
Right.
And you see the left-hand, mixing the left-hander Castillo, now Hastings. That's tough job hitting against this team.
Tough play for the shortstop. Couldn't get a handle on it. That's Ambrose Salas. And Salas could not handle it. And I believe that's going to be an error on Salas.
Salas putting it.
Yeah, I'm going to get up with people in scoring position again.
You see Ramirez here chase the ball on the outside part of the plate, kind of butts out, ground ball to Salas. Ball got in on him a little bit. He wasn't able to pick it up and get him, kind of putting a dent in his MVP surge, especially if the Suburban League scores here.
That ball must have felt like a porcupine filling the way he dropped.
By your crew.
Here we go with we haven't been able to do it in over a year now, but it's going to go right in the truck. Spicer, Sean Van Eck up in the bucket truck. He's getting you the high view.
Haven't missed a beat.
And Rich gets him with the dents in the car from all the foul balls. And Tony Cantillo running around. I don't know what Tony's doing today. Trying to... Man, if one of you guys could hear, I'd really love to just, there's Tony. I'd like to run the headset and just let you guys listen to what's going on. That's Don Mullins up there. But Tony looks just like Don. And Don's middle-aged. Tony's a young man, but looks like Don. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for working on the telecast today. It hasn't been easy. And if I left anybody out, you guys better let me know. Okay, here we go. Mike Lanning is up at the plate now from Warren.
New pitcher for the Suburban League, Shane Eberly, representing Bellflower, has moved over from first to take the mound. And Jeff Halleck, the catcher, has moved over to first. And Mayfair catcher Jeff Jones is into the game.
Glad you know all these guys on site there, Coach.
Fortunately, I've been able to work with both leagues. That's kind of why I'm here. Not because of my announcing efforts, as you've found out during this course.
Not bad, actually. Believe me, there's guys that are training for this that have done a lot worse, let me tell you. Tony Cantillo. Anyways, Lanning, 2 balls and a strike. And Eberly on the mound, as you mentioned. See that? You wise off with them, and that's what they'll do to you.
They stick you.
They have all the power in the truck, believe me. I'm just along for the ride. Lanning with an even count of 2-2. And Lanning goes down on strikes.
A little bit of slider right there by Eberly. Tough pitch for Lanning to handle, especially being down in the count. Ball ran away from him big time.
Alan Villabrosa, the second baseman, is up. He flied out both times. I'll check that. He's only been up once. I was looking at Cesar Rosas' stats, but he flied out last time to the pitcher. Jose Alvarez on deck.
Yeah, bro's a spark plug for that Cerritos Don team over there. A guy hitting the top 2 spots in the lineup, on base an awful lot, both last year and this year for him.
Bouncer to the second baseman, up and easy, 1 away.
And Navarro showing nice range over there, getting to the ball in nice fashion.
Did I say 1 away?
Flip. I think you said 2. Because you've been right on top of it all night.
Yeah, I thought I said 2. I think so. See, the
Two.
truck's messing with us already. See, that's what I told you to say. We don't want to hear no replay, Spice Man. Alvarez now up. Alvarez flied to center, grounded to second, and grounded out to the pitcher his last time up.
This may set a record for 9-inning baseball game as far as Time-wise, yeah, unbelievable.
Just under 2 hours right now. We started about 1:07 or thereabouts, maybe 1:10, and we're just touching 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it's been a nicely played ball game. When you get a nice played ball game like that, you're gonna get a fast time, man.
Nobody's been hit. Nobody's charged the mound.
Try it. Right. Well, you still have an inning and a half left. You might get that.
Have you seen that happen at all this year, or any time in your coaching tenure where the guys, high school kids, are going to the mound? Now that you've seen the major league guys do it.
No, not really. I think you get a lot of talk about that, but you don't see that very often.
Bouncer right back to the mound. Everly, nice grab, a little high. Oh, he threw it away. Unbelievable. Taking to second base is Alvarez. Alvarez will take 2 bases on a throwing error. Wow. And now Bravo's coming up with that 325 average. Nightmare.
You see, Gabriel making a nice play on the backhand, but really didn't set his feet to make that throw. Kind of nonchalanted it and over Halleck's head. A lot of times what coaches will do is just teach you to plant your feet and make a strong throw over there, but Gabriel with a nonchalant effort cost him. Sitting up here with the Bellflower coach, Bob Shark, I think that's something he might have seen during the season. He's rubbing his hands through his hair like, oh man, not again. This could be a big time insurance run right here for the San Gabriel Valley League if they can cash in that error.
And there's a ball that goes foul. Pardon me, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom half of the 8th inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering where the Pilots play, just head out east.
And should Bravo get on, there's almost a lock that Salas, who's on deck, will get a double and then take third on a pass ball.
I think Garcia will single him in.
Route 60 to Blake.
There's a strike. He reached for that. I don't know about that call, but
I'm not sure if he called it on the swing or on the pitch.
yeah, I'm not going to argue with the ump.
Umpire's doing a good job today.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Beverly coming back strong to finish out the inning.
After 8 completed, it remains San Gabriel Valley League 2, Suburban League nothing. And this will be it. This is the last up, so to speak, for the Suburban League. If they don't get 2 runs, the game is over. We'll be back after this. Here, working the crowd, working his players. We're on the air here.
Yeah, that was one of my players that won that pizza. I just stole that from him.
I'm looking for the pizza, man. I thought he was going to toss us up a slice. But I guess there's a big party of Frantones afterwards, so there'll be plenty of pizza over there, I'm sure.
I'm there, Rich.
That's it. Don Spicer, as far as I know, you guys are right on. But that's only because we've been telling you what to write, so they're happening. There you go. Good enough. Dan Harkey's going to lead things off. Harkey's still trying to get on the bag. He struck out in the 2nd inning. Grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. And in the 6th inning, grounded out to 3rd base twice, actually. So this is it. Top half of the 9th. Eric Woodward will follow him. And Mike Navarro, should things change, we'll let you know.
This is, as we say at Artesia, the last chance to dance for the Suburban League right here.
Another pitching change now on the mound. Got a Downey pitcher. I believe that's Jason Marr.
That's Marr.
It's great to see these athletes play so many different positions in the ball game.
Helps with their value as far as college or professional scouts go. They want to show they can play more than just one position. Makes them a little more invitable.
Marr works quick. Wastes no time.
Right back on top of it.
Kicks that leg really high. Whoa. It's a ball that got away from him at Harkey's head. Don Spicer yelling, charge the mound, charge the mound. What an idiot.
Possibly a setup pitch there by Marr. He pitched it. He'd been working Harkey off the plate. He came inside, maybe trying to reestablish the outside part of the plate right there.
Don
Looks
Spicer,
like he's going out there.
Spicer working graphics in the truck. Resident comic in this group without question.
Nice pitch by Marr. Just missed the outside part of the plate. He had Harkey set up right. There's a nice pitch. Going right back out there again. And there it is.
Oh, Harkey goes down on strikes. I want to see him connect.
Lucky ticket holder 091016. 091016.
strikeouts today for the San Gabriel Valley League.
Yeah, the Suburban League has really been overmatched today. It's been no contest.
Come on, Woody, hum, babe.
Woodward at the plate.
Come on now.
With the exception of the ball Guerrero hit deep into left field and a couple of base hits, they've really been unheard of today.
Woodward, 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Top half of the 9th. This is just about it for the Suburban League. Next pitch is low and outside for a ball.
Be right there.
Hey, you got that pizza or what? 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Oh, swinging at a bad pitch. And it'll make the count 2-2 now. Woodward trying to make something happen, but that was way outside. Next pitch, fouled away, just touches the top of the screen. All the fans are putting their hands up, ready to get a souvenir.
Suburban League hasn't had much to cheer about. They would have appreciated a foul ball right there, I think.
Next pitch outside again. He swung at that one last time. And the count is now full, 3-2 to Eric Woodward.
This is a big out here right here for the Suburban League, because if Woodward gets aboard, that'll represent the tying run stepping up to the plate.
In the form of Mike Navarro. Strike 3. That's 9 strikeouts for the San Gabriel Valley League today. And Navarro will come to the plate. Navarro represents the last hope here, I guess you could say. He's got to get on to keep things alive.
What do you call it, was yours on the outside corner?
7 strikeouts by contrast for the Suburban League, so pretty close, closely matched. Marr looking to close things out here on Mike Navarro from Glenn. Navarro swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. Everly's on deck should Navarro get on. Bouncer back to Marr. Marr's going to underhand it, and for the out, and that's going to do it. Here for the first ever Suburban League San Gabriel Valley League All-Stars. Great day, great game today, really was.
Yeah, really a well-played game by both ends. Solid effort.
As both teams come out, there you see the final. No runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Suburban League. San Gabriel Valley, 2 runs, 5 hits, and 3 errors. A lot of errors today, but you know, with that grad night last night, you expect that. Well, I'd like to thank Coach John Gugiana for getting us involved in this telecast today. We certainly enjoyed it. I thank you, Coach, for joining me here in the booth, helping us out. Really needed that, I'll tell you that.
Thank you very much for having me, and hopefully we'll see you guys out here next year for our 2nd annual.
Fantastic. I'd like to thank all the sponsors for supporting the game also. On behalf of the crew here at Continental Cable and Coach Joe Dolt, I'm Rich Estrella saying so long from Kincaid Field, where the final once again, the San Gabriel Valley League All-Stars 2, Suburban League All-Stars 0.